Today is Thursday, Parashat Va'era, and in learning the Chok L'Israel this morning, the Zohar Kadosh explains, even though it was written centuries and centuries ago, explains some of what is happening in terms of the Middle East and the situation with the Arabs and Israel, the Arab countries and Israel. And the Zohar Kadosh says like this, Betach hazeh, come and see. Arma me'at shenin kaima u'memana divnei Ishmael u'ba'a kame kutsha berichu. For 400 years, the angel who represents Ishmael was standing there and asking from Hashem, Amale mandid gazar idlehu laka bishmach. A person who did Brit Milah should have a portion in your name. Amale, and he told him yes. Amale va'Ishmael deid gezar. Ishmael who had a Brit Milah, and not just that, he made a Brit Milah at the age of 13. Why doesn't he have a portion like Yitzchak? And this is maybe the claim. Why the descendants of Ishmael, who are the Arabs, shouldn't have a portion in the land, shouldn't have the land of Israel? Amale, according to Zohar, Kadosh Baruch Hu answers, Da'id gezar ketkaya ot uptikonai v'da'ir lavachi. Yitzchak had the Brit Milah is supposed to be, and the other one did not. Velo, not just that, אלא דאילן מתדבקין בי כתקאי אות ולהתמניה ומין ועיני חיכים בני עד כמה ימים. And Yitzchak does the Brit Milah and his descendants right on the 8th day, and the others wait for a long time. Not just that, also the Brit Milah that they do is not done the same way that ours is done. And therefore there is a difference between the two. Amale, so this representative angel of Ishmael, says Vim kolda still kevan did gezar la yela adgarta v'gineh. Shouldn't he have some kind of reward, because after all he did Brit Milah? Va'ela uzimna di tirid Ishmael be'alma v'id gezar ma avad kutsha berichu achikleu livnei Ishmael bekuta dil ela ve'avruhu laka letata bera kadisha begin ahu begiziru dibon. Still, because even though their Brit Milah is not as complete and as done in a holy way as ours, there was some kind of a small merit, and they were given a certain portion or a certain claim on the land of Israel, which we see Uzminin, and there will be times Bnei Ishmael mishlat be'ara kadisha, that the descendants of Ishmael will rule over the Holy Land, kad ihire kanaya mekula, when it is empty and desolate from people. Zimna Sagi, for a long time, Kemadigziru dehon, just like their Brit Milah berekanaya belashlimu, is sort of empty and not complete. And we see in history, for all those centuries that the Jewish people were in the Galut, in the diaspora, the land was desolate, just like it says in the Torah, that when we're not there, the land is desolate, nobody wants to live there, nobody's there, the fields are dry. There's marshlands. The place was empty of people and of fruits and vegetables. It was not like it is today when the Jewish people came to it. And during that time, when it was empty of anyone, the Zohar Kadosh says that's when the Arabs will be there. That's when the descendants of Ishmael will be able to be there, as opposed to any other nation. And these descendants of Ishmael will try to do everything they can to stop the Jewish people from coming back to their land and from being in the land of Israel, until the zchut, the merit of the descendants of Ishmael, will be complete. Now they've used up that sort of like zchut, that sort of merit that they have, because they do some kind of Brit Milah. And they will be the only one. And the Zohar goes on afterwards that Ve'ara kadisha la yitmesa livnei Edom, and the land of Israel will never be given to the descendants of Edom, which are the descendants of Amalek, which could be, I guess, the other religion. But only the Arabs could have some kind of a claim. But the true claim to the land of Israel, the Zohar Kadosh says, is to the descendants of Yitzchak and Yaakov. But still, it describes to us a situation that we've seen in world history for centuries. the only people that would be able to be there in the land of Israel when it is empty of all, when it is desolate, is only the descendants of Ishmael. And I remember a description of Mark Twain when he visited Israel many decades ago, that he couldn't understand how could anybody want to live in such a place, empty, desolate. You don't see people, no plants, just bushes. That's when the Jewish people are not there. But as soon as the Jewish people came back to Eretz Israel, it flourishes. It's full with greenery and pasture, and it is a totally different look than it was when they were not there. And the only other people that could lay claim and bother us and sort of try to stop us were the descendants of Ishmael, as it says in the Zohar Kadosh that was written again centuries ago. Baruch Adonai le'olam, amen ve'amen.